Here we go. All right, warning. This is just for fun and guidance. Don't hurt yourself. Be careful. We are starting off in Fruita, Colorado. I guess more officially, Loma. At the Loma exit off of Interstate 70. We're doing this workout tonight. We're going to be doing over/under threshold. So this is basically going to be 1 minute in each position. Today's video presented by Toei. Presented by Hot Tomato. I forgot. Hot Tomato in Fruita, the place to go to get your pizza and beer after you ride bikes. All right, so we are on board. We are on board with yours truly, heading out of the main parking lot at the Kokopelli Trail. So the Kokopelli Trail is, you know what, I'll tell you more about that in a second. We'll be following along with this heads-up display. The display is going to show you how long we're going to be in what position. It'll give us the total time bar at the bottom, our pedal speed. The pedal speed you also can pedal to the beat of the music. And then at the bottom shows you all the details on what is coming up next. So stay focused on what's on top of the little graphic there. And at the bottom, it'll give you a warning on what's coming up next. Our 1 through 10, 10 of course is a standing sprint, everything you can do. 1 is basically stop pedaling. A level 5 is threshold, it's in the middle. Come on in, we've got 2 open bikes. We've got 1 over in the corner by Porter. All right, so level 8 and above will be standing. We actually won't be standing in this workout until later in the workout. We're gonna go to a double time pedal. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm actually gonna shift to an easier gear and get this pedal speed up. Now this is a challenge on purpose, especially those of you that don't ride bikes a lot. It's okay if you can't get to 120 RPM. Just do your best. And this is good practice to kind of get the coordination of a smooth pedal stroke. It's gonna feel frantic, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. And that's okay, that's exactly what it's intended to do, is just get you woken up and get you ready to work. So this is a good warm-up technique, this fast pedal. Now we're getting straight into Mary's Loop. We can see that we're kind of going up this cobbly slick rock slab. It's mostly slick rock with dirt and kind of cobbly rock underneath. It's a steady grade here. It's not super steep, but it's steep enough to really kind of keep you honest and make you work. As we come down off of this double time, 120 RPM, we're just gonna slow it down to half the speed, to a 60. Okay, here we go. Now I'm adding some resistance. And what I'm looking for here is more of a grindy feel, okay? Really slow it all the way down. Find that pedal, find that music beat. That 60 RPM is really exceptionally slow. Some of you guys might like riding your bikes this slow. It does kind of feel good, yeah, I see hands out there. Now, if you really want to go fast, I recommend a faster pedal than this, but this will get you somewhere. So right now, I want you to kind of get into the deeper muscle fibers in your legs. You'll feel maybe a little bit of a burn in the legs rather than making your breathing elevate. Like your breathing might actually be coming down right now, but I want your deep muscle tissues to be warming up and waking up. Susan is here. Hi, Susan. We had a bike set out for you, and we still have one, but it wasn't the original. So yours is the open one right there in the middle. Or they're making adjustments. Okay. They'll take care of it. Okay, so 45 seconds left here. Now we're gonna go back to that double time pedal again to finish out our warm up. I don't want you to be working hard right here. So if anybody feels miserable already, calm down, calm down. Hi guys, welcome. Hey Sarah, we've got 2 more. I believe we've got 2 more good bikes there we can set out. If you guys like to join us, this is actually my wife and my son getting the bikes out for you, so I can kind of tell them what to do without, they're not just regular participants, they're official helpers. All right guys, so now, again, we're kind of grinding away. We're gonna shift down to an easier gear. Okay, so shifting down an easier gear and get this pedal speed going really fast again. After this, we're gonna have 2 minutes of recovery. Only 45 seconds left here. I agree with you. This is hard, it's uncomfortable. These super fast pedals. I just know it's good for me to get me going. Now I keep talking to you guys. If anyone's working so hard you feel miserable already, to relax. There's lots of time to work. This is an hour-long workout. We're gonna get our work in, trust me. Right now, I don't want you to blow yourself out. I want you to have energy for the end. I don't care how strong you are at the beginning. I care that you're strong at the end. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3. This is good practice. 2, 1. Woo! Okay. Now I'm basically just gonna leave this resistance. I'm in a really easy gear right now, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Now, if you want to, you can sit up, get a drink of water, put your hands on your hips. I want you to fully recover here. Going into our work, so we're gonna start off with a medium speed, a 70 RPM level 3. So we're gonna have some resistance, not a ton. It's gonna be a comfortable 70 RPM. And we're just gonna roll into our work. But before we start that interval, I want you to feel fresh, better than when you first got here, okay? So, big deep breaths. Think about relaxing your shoulders and neck. Think about dropping your heart rate. I really want you to have a low heart rate. So if you don't train with a heart rate monitor, I do recommend it. Generally speaking, when you're working from your sprint or your high work zones, I want you to drop your heart rate 50 beats per minute. All right, so on screen right now, we've come up to kind of a flat spot. It's not a steep uphill. You can see to the left, there's some big cliff edges. If you were looking left right now, you'd be looking down onto Rustler's Loop. Rustler's Loop is sort of the beginner mountain bike, hiking, running, walking loop down below us. And we're up on Mary's Loop up on top, getting ready to head towards the Horse Thief Bench kind of lollipop. It's an out and back loop that enters, it starts and stops on the same section of trail, but then it's a loop down below. So it's kind of a lollipop shape. All right, so going into this level 3, add a nice amount of resistance, not so much that you're really hurting. And you can, again, pay attention to that music, pedal to the beat. It's gonna be right at the 70 RPM. And 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now we're on screen, we're curling around, and you can see that there's that cliff edge has been kind of staying to the left of us, and we're getting ready to go into the Horse Thief Bench drop-in. This is at least a double black diamond. It is extremely difficult, and I'm gonna be riding it. So if you guys have never ridden Horse Thief Bench drop-in, here we go. Okay, so you can see spectators on the sides. I had to session this and ride this several times through. You gotta watch out for that big crack there. Reset, regain your balance, spot your line with your eyes. It's steep enough here, it's pretty much impossible to stop once you commit to the line. Over that slab, through the chunder, keep your weight neutral. Not too far back, not too far forward. Eyes up, look to the exit.
Nice.
And there you go. yeah, nice. All right, now we're gonna go up to threshold. All right, so threshold. This is still not a sprint. Threshold is a confusing number. This is a lot of resistance. You're pushing as much resistance as you can for a long period of time, which means you should not be killing yourself yet. That's what's coming up next. So right now, you're working hard. You might think about how much power you would put out if you were gonna be riding for an hour straight. So after this, we're going to a level 7. A level 7 is all we can do from the seated position. So this is a race pace, high pedal speed, a fast 100 RPM, high resistance. All right, so we are officially on Horse Thief Bench now. We're going around clockwise. So coming off the drop, we took a left. So we're going through the new sand turns that got rebuilt a couple years ago. Here we go. Okay, faster pedal. Add some resistance. Okay, this is gonna blow your lungs out. Heart rate's spiking, breathing goes up. I think I'd like to get 3 or 4 in, and then we'll grab our extra credit weights. All right, we're over halfway there. I'm starting to breathe heavy. I feel a little sweat coming on. I feel a burn in my legs. 15 seconds. This is the first of 8 that we're doing in this first half of the workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back it off. Okay. Slow it all the way down. 70 RPM. Find that pedal speed, find that music beat. I know not all of you have RPM feedback on your bikes. Just pedal easy to that beat. Now, what I like about these repeating intervals is you're gonna learn how your body responds. You're actually gonna be better outside when you go ride bikes in the real world. You're gonna know how your body responds to these various types of power you can put out. So it's great to practice over and over and over again. It'll get a little bit monotonous. We'll try to break it up, but it kind of is what it is. All right, I'm feeling better. I'm getting that burn out of my legs. We're going back to threshold. Again, threshold. Your workload you can keep for a long time. 2, 1, let's go. Okay, getting back up to this 90 RPM. I really like 90 RPM. This is where my body really prefers to spin. I'm a little more powerful when I get up to 95, and I actually lose a little bit of power as I go to 100 and beyond. So 95 is my money zone. This 90 RPM is good. On trail, we're kind of out in these flats. It's a lot of loose dirt on top of slick rock. Off to our left is the Colorado River. You'll get glimpses of it now and then. We've got kind of a fun little drainage. We're going down here. We're up on the sideline. This is where there's some drops. You gotta send it off these drops. They're not rollable. We got another one coming up here. All right, get ready for this change. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, sprint here. Race pace, 1 minute. There you can see the river below us.
Go.
You can see some kind of yellow cottonwood trees in the bottom down by the river. It's fall. When I'm riding this, you can see the dirt. There's a nice, it's kind of packed in with these loose gravelly rocks over the top. Temperature is not too hot. You can feel the wind in your face. Do you guys feel the wind in your face right now? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, not a full recovery here. Okay, the next one of these, everyone just get it in your head. At the next one, we're gonna grab our weights and we're gonna do our classic curl press, okay? So we're just gonna start with the curl press with your weights. I'm pedaling to the beat, 70 RPM. All right, so on screen, we're heading basically straight west right now. We're continuing to turn north as the trail circles around this flat top that is the bench, the Horse Thief Bench. I tried to find some stories about where the Horse Thief Bench name came from. I can't find anyone that knows any direct stories behind the name, but you can kind of just imagine. It's a great place you can get to hide away. Here we go. right, back to threshold. I got sweat beating down my forehead. Uh-oh, he says. It's fine, I like it. Now we're starting to get to the apex turn where we're gonna actually turn back inland and get off of this rim that we've been on. And we're gonna come to Dead Cow Canyon, which is a big drainage coming off the flat top. I did find some people that knew where the name Dead Cow Canyon came from, and it came from obviously a cow that passed in the canyon, and somebody put a mountain bike helmet on it, and it stayed there that way for however long it took for the decomposing process. So many people wrote it and saw that scene. Speaking of a scene, let's make a scene. Going above threshold to our sprint. 2, 1, and on. You can see our rider having some fun, popping jumps off some little side rocks, holding speed. You can see there's like a sandbank in the river down below us. I've actually seen small boats stuck in that sandbank. You can't tell anything's there until you're on top of it. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, let's just watch Dead Cow Canyon for a minute. I think this marks the lowest point. There is another low point. Okay, we're turning up this canyon away from the river. All of these climbs are about 4 times bigger in real life than they look on camera. Those of you that have been there know how sketchy this section is. Now there's a waterfall coming up that has a go-around that you skirt left at the base of the waterfall. The right side is trying to clip your handlebars and knock you off. The left side is just a straight cliff. This used to be a hike bike only, and this traverse line right here got made just recently, and it is hard. And you gotta climb straight out of it, go, 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 go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so those of you that have been to this spot recently, that climb out, even if you can get across the shelf, the climb out is super hard. I had to ride that like 5 times. I would get past the scary part, and I couldn't get up the climb next to the tree. And of course, part of my problem is I've got a camera strapped to my head that's on a 16-inch extension. So I've got this narwhal looking thing hanging off my helmet with a big battery powered stabilizer chest camera that's heavy, and I've got a whole pouch where I've got a hip pack full of batteries to keep me going. So I have all this extra weight and this sensitive equipment I'm trying not to break. It just makes everything a little harder. Riding Horse Thief Bench that day, I was afraid to do it because when I first started doing it, there was no one around. I was totally by myself. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and on. So when I first started sessioning Horse Thief, I had all this camera stuff on me, and I was just feeling afraid. I actually wrecked there once 10 years ago and broke my wrist and smashed my face. I was concussed badly. I was out of it for like 8 hours. I just basically woke up in the hospital asking who's that pretty girl in the corner. It was my wife. All right, sprinting here. But anyways, what happened is I ended up calling her on the phone. She was at work that day, and I had her on speakerphone in my pocket because if I wrecked and knocked myself out, I wanted her to know that I went down. And so I rode the Horse Thief Bench drop-in several times in a row with no other humans there, with her in my pocket. And then the shot that you saw, 3, 2, 1, down. Okay, let's grab the weights. So the shot that you saw that had a whole bunch of people there, that was later. And when all those people were there, I felt a lot safer. Okay, so she's gonna grab some weights and join us. I'm gonna hang out. I want you to take part in this. And you know what, guys? We have so many of these series. If we miss the beginning of this threshold, it's no big deal. Some of these guys over here have already got started. That's good. That's all right. All right, so we're gonna curl, press. Now I want you to go slow and make this harder than it needs to be. These are not heavy weights, I know that. So what I want you to do is work on your grip strength. Grip as tight as you can and try to push these weights up with your stomach muscles. Grip your core, pull it up, and just make everything as tight as you can. Make this way harder than it ought to be because we only have a short amount of time to get fit. I don't know about you guys, but time is always my limiting factor. I've got things to do. I've got kids. I got work. Where are we at? 6. Okay, we're trying to get to 10, of course. 7. 8. All right, 2 more. 9, control that down. And another. 10, slow down. All right, carefully put your weights back on your bike. I forgot to mention it, but notice I stop pedaling when I do my arm work. I wanna make sure you guys are nice and balanced. Okay, let's join back in with this threshold. I'm sweating all over myself now. Three, 2, here we go, sprinting, 1, and go. All right, we're curling around. So we went up, out of the Dead Cow Canyon. And now, are we headed back out? I've been looking all over the place. Ruxton, are we heading back up to the top here? Yeah, so we went through another kind of canyon. Now we're headed back out, back up towards the drop-in. The trail right here is flat-ish, maybe slightly uphill. It actually rolls really fast through here. You're really rewarded with strong pedals. You get a lot of speed when you pedal hard and you can maintain that speed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and under. Okay. Okay, this is a good time to grab a drink of water if you've got it. Towel off. Feeling better. We're gonna go back into our threshold. We'll go above threshold, and then at the next recovery, we're gonna go shoulders straight out in front of us, okay? Just right here on this next recovery. 10 seconds till go time. All right, remember, these thresholds, you should be comfortable putting power down, but not hurting yourself. 2, 1, let's go. Okay, getting sped up. Find that resistance. Nice, right there. You guys feeling it? Oh man, I like this beat. I like these 90s. All right, we're going up this drainage. You can see we're kind of down in the bottom. We've got berms on the left and right of us, and we're going up these kind of square edge slick rock flakes. And this changes year round. The water flows through here and moves the sand around on the slick rock. And it's always a little different every time I come through. All right, here we go. Sprinting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Faster!
Go.
So yeah, steady uphill grade. You're really working hard here. I talk a lot about how on a spin bike, you can't get the feeling of what these little steep spots do to your body. Spin bikes are so consistent. You've really got to try hard to get the strength up to deal with the reality of gravity. Because you hit these square edges with your rear tire and it tries to stop you, and you got to put out extra power. And right here, we're actually on a steeper spot. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's quite a bit steeper through here. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay. A couple deep breaths here. All right, bring your pedal to a stop. If you're not doing the weights, just keep pedaling. If you want to just do the arm motions with no weights, I think that's great. Okay, this is going to be harder than the last one. The shoulder position is a weaker position. Okay, so here we go. Straight out, back down again. Out. So this week, I just ordered a new e-bike, a Santa Cruz Heckler, and I was out demoing one, and I had to lift the bike into the back of my truck. And the e-bikes are heavier than regular mountain bikes, of course. I think they're about 40, 45 pounds for that model. And man, I was thankful to have been training my shoulders to lift that bike in front of me. All right, where are we? Who's counting? 7, okay, 8, yeah, it feels like it, it's hard. 9, oh, it hurts, and 10, and 10, woo! Oh man, you guys see how much harder that was? Shoulders. All right, get my weights carefully balanced. Here we go, joining back into the threshold. All right, I'm developing a puddle under my bike already. I'm trying to towel myself off, but I still puddle sweat. All right, guys, we're getting to the end of this first series of over-unders. This 1 minute over-under is a very popular workout for road bikers and mountain bikers. 4, 3, here we go to sprint. 2, 1, and on. All right, so we've been going kind of east for a while, going away from the river. We're headed back up to the bench that we came down to get here. This section has these big berms. You can see the erosion has kind of worn a groove into the sand, and it makes for fun riding. Nice little rock on the left here, jump off of it. All right, I kind of feel my hips getting tired. There's burning in there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right, back it down. Now again, we're still moving. You're not coasting here. Pedaling slower. I still have some resistance. My wattage says 125 watts. So I'm not stopped, I'm still moving forward. Wattage is sort of the measurement of human horsepower. So I guess instead of going like 0.01 horsepower, 100 watts sounds better. Wattage and heart rate will keep you honest. If your heart rate is low, it's your body telling you you've got more that you could do. It's interesting, indoor riding, my heart rate tends to be lower. I have to try extra hard to get my heart rate up. 2, 1, back on threshold. Now you can see the rock pile in the distance up there to the left. That is the horse thief bench scramble. We rode down it coming in. I have seen trials riders bounce up it, but that is not what we're gonna do today. We're gonna pick up the bike, throw it over our shoulder. You take the frame into your hand and kind of lock your elbow out and hold the frame of the bike kind of on your shoulder where you're not using too many muscles, one-handed. It allows you to be pretty agile as you hike up. Okay, right there, just like that. Now we're gonna kind of walk, jog, climb, hike, run, whatever you call it to get to the top. Trust me, this is a burner. Your heart rate is spiking right now. We're gonna go sprint and go. In reality, this takes probably more than a minute to hike up if you're going fast. And it's like so hard. You're already tired. And you're using these weird muscles holding that bike over your shoulder. The bike I've got today, that's probably somewhere over 30 pounds. And it's kind of awkward, it's unwieldy. 30 more seconds. All right, we're gonna see the cattle guard coming up as we go up around the corner to the left. The cattle guard means we're to the top. 15 seconds. Big recovery coming up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full recovery. Woo! All right, guys. Right now, do whatever you need to do to recover. I don't care if you stop pedaling. I don't care if you pedal fast. I want you to feel fresh going into the next series. All right, so we rejoined Mary's Loop. We're done with the horse thief bench sideline. For those of you new to class wondering what's going on with the light and the backdrop and all the wires, I am live streaming this to the Spintertainment YouTube right now. You'll be able to watch the replay tomorrow if you want to share with your friends what you did tonight. It'll be up. Okay, so I'm getting control of my breathing. We're gonna go back into a curl press series. All right, at a minute 30, I want to stop pedaling and grab my weights again. All right, I'm gonna stop now. Get ready. I'm gonna go the opposite foot forward that I normally go. So I'm gonna go right foot forward just feels a little less comfortable with my right foot forward. I'm doing it on purpose. All right, guys, so let's do 10 curl presses. Then we're gonna do 10 double time curls. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, thank you, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, another one. Then we're gonna go half time on the curl. Okay, get back down. So right in the middle of the curl right here. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ow! Yeah. Okay, that burnt it out. All right, let's get ready to join back in the workout. Carefully set your weights back up. All right. All right, here we go again. Okay, adding resistance and speed. And we're going. Hey, anybody go skiing yesterday? see a couple hands up there. So yesterday was the first Buddy Warner Ski League race at Powderhorn. And of course my wife is the head coach of the ski race program. And I did the announcing. So I called the races on the microphone all day long. And my 14-year-old son ran the computer timing system. He's over here in the corner, the tall, skinny guy. And so he doesn't normally do that. We have a guy who's trained to run the timing system, but he couldn't be here. So we had to scramble, and we stuck my son in the booth with big responsibility. And man, he killed it. I tried to put on a show with telling stories and calling the races, and we had fun. 2, 1, and here we go. You know, it's always a little scary. I get nervous before these nights to come spin with you guys. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna say up here. I just get up and make a fool of myself, do the best I can. But I just want you guys to know that I just really appreciate your cheers and your support. And it's when I make mistakes, you just make fun of me, and that's fine. Okay, now this time when we go above threshold, we're standing, okay? For those of you that are tired of sitting and your bum hurts sitting on that seat, this is your moment. Now as we move to the standing position, I'm gonna show you guys, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna have kind of your chest up high, let your hips come forward. So you're kind of standing up tall, jogging along. Here we go. You have to have enough resistance that you're not falling through your pedal. This 80 RPM is somewhat challenging from the standing position. It's a pretty fast jog. So on screen we must be, are we out to Steve's loop already? Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. All right, that was a little harder. Oh yeah, no, we're not out to Steve's yet. We're still on Mary's Loop. Here's this tight section. There's some kind of fun moves in here. There's these rock up and overs. Here comes one. We're gonna go straight up that rock ramp. There we go, we're above the trail right now. We're up on the boulder. Careful, 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 rock ramp down, and you're out. So this is a kind of a risky spot here. It's pretty easy to fall left off the cliff edges. In fact, I was out riding this trail one time when that happened, and they had search and rescue out there helping somebody out. Okay, back onto threshold. I kind of feel my voice. I feel my voice feels a little scratchy today. I talked for literally like 6 hours straight yesterday on the mic because it's just constant calling these races. There's always another racer. There's always a story to be told, always a sponsor's name to announce. It could be a little bit of asthma too. I have a vocal cord asthma type disorder. As I get deep into some of my workouts, it starts to affect my throat. It kind of tightens up. But here we go, standing again in 3, 2, 1, and up. Does it feel like the time ticks by slower on these standings? I looked down, I was like, oh, 20 seconds to go. Oh wait, 20 seconds in, 40 seconds to go. Okay, now we've really got 20 seconds to go. We're actually climbing a pretty steep grade here. It continues to get steeper. Pick it up, keep the speed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So last week, I got a new version of the prototype Spintertainment app. It's looking good. I had them add 2 new videos, third person and first person from Linaway, plus all the Linaway series of workouts, cross country, strong everywhere, power, and authentic. And they integrated it all. And man, it's so cool because you can connect any one of the workouts to any background video. It's not perfect yet. Okay, here we go, back to threshold. And go. We don't have it sorted out how to connect all of the smart devices. So you can connect a heart rate, a cadence sensor, and a smart trainer that has power sensing and proactive resistance. So how we're changing the gears manually, if you have a smart trainer, a bike will add and remove the resistance according to the workout that I programmed proactively. So you don't have to touch any buttons. You just sit there and do what the workout calls for. It's really motivating because sometimes on these workouts you can just kind of like back off the resistance or slow down with these bikes. But the smart trainer holds you accountable to the work zone, and it really drives you deep in the red zone so you get the benefit, the most out of your workout. So we're working on connectivity, but here we go, standing in 3, 2, 1, head up. Okay, after this one, come on microphone. After this one, we're gonna go back to the shoulder work, just shoulder extensions, or that frontward fly. Try to pay attention to that pedal speed. 80 RPM is fast. "20 seconds to go. Stay with that speed. Don't slow down here. Slowing down is the first sign of weakness. Hold it. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Now on screen, you guys can see we're kind of hanging over the river there. We're getting close to the Steve's Loop turnoff. We're gonna turn away from Mary's Loop, go over to Steve's. All right, I'm gonna bring my pedal to a stop. My right foot forward, which is my opposite foot. Grab my weights. Big deep breath. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This shoulder strength. We're going downhill, under braking, hitting bumps. The shoulder is going to help keep you balanced and safe, prevent you from endoing. 9 already? 10? We got 5 more, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. That's the last one of those I plan on doing tonight. I wanted to get the burn in. Okay, back on threshold. Okay, have we turned on to Steve's now? Yeah, now we're on Steve's. Oh, so we already went through that big drop, didn't we? So at the top of Steve's, there is a sketchy drop. Who's been there? You been there? So I rode that by myself with no one around with all my camera gear on. It was scary. Okay, speaking of scary, these standings are not scary because you're so strong and composed. All right, guys, you're feeling good. Tell yourself you're feeling good. Say I'm feeling good. All right, just keep telling yourself that. It's the only way. It's the only way to get through life. Life is so hard. This is like the easiest thing I've done today. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay. Now, extra credit, people. We're gonna grab our weights, both weights in one hand. Here's what it looks like. I'll grab one weight, and then the other. I'll open up my thumb and cross over under my thumb. Get both weights right there. Okay, I'll give you a second. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna curl press. So double weighted, curl, press. That's 1 of 10. Oh man, I thought that was 6. 7. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I can't do it anymore. I'm done. Okay, and another, and down. All right, we'll do the other leg. You know what I forgot to tell you guys is I start with my left arm in those situations. I always start single arm or single leg work with my weak side. So in the next recovery, we'll go double weighted other side. For me, that'll be my right side. I did step my weights up tonight to 12.5 pounds. All right, the Steve's Loop Trail, if you're looking at the construction of the trail itself, you'll notice that it's much skinnier. It is a little bit more raw. This is a less popular trail to ride than Mary's Loop. This trail starts and ends in the middle of nowhere. Here we go, standing. And so the primitive feel of this trail is very enjoyable. It's skinny, the edges are soft. You got to be precise. It's difficult as well. Punchy moves, big rocks, steep climbs, and somewhat high consequence if you make a mistake. So for all these reasons, you should want to go there. But if you do, just be careful. All right, we're over halfway through the standing already. 20 seconds to go. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Okay, big deep breath. I'll get ahead of it. You gotta recover quickly in life, not just here in the room. If you're hiking with your friends and they're a little stronger than you, you're having a hard time keeping up, when you get a moment, you've gotta be better at recovery than they are. Let's grab our weights, get to this other side. Okay, thumb up, cross my weight over, under the thumb, get a good grip. You guys ready? Here we go. 2, 3, Forward, grab it with your core. Keep your shoulders square. Where are we at, 6? All right, I'm feeling better. 7. Okay, 2 more. Starting to hurt. 8. Oh, not 2 more, now 2 more. 9. Now this is all, you guys, this is all left side, huh? This is harder for you. No more. No more. Someone in the back says 1 more. Oh, that was all I had. Okay, back to threshold. Okay, sign of hands. Who has heard of threshold before? Okay, that's about what I guessed. About half of you guys have heard of threshold. Threshold is this interesting number for endurance athletes. You might look into it a little bit more, but it's strong and powerful. But again, you can maintain it for a long period of time. It's like a jog instead of sprinting. It's like a jog. You should feel in control. But here we go, standing. Now you're above your comfort zone. Oh man, here's this brutal climb at the end of Steve's. This is so difficult right here. Rexton, you know that spot? In reality, I did not ride it. You can't tell on camera, but I was actually walking in one of those parts. Yeah. Keep it to yourselves. It's hard. What's hard about it is it's so loose. You can't get enough traction. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds, keep that speed up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll take this recovery off. Just recover. All right, trying to get my breath back. Here we go again. 2 more series. We're almost done. You know the feeling now. Be brave. There's not much work left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You guys might have noticed that last shot. I've got the camera on my ankle. That's the 360 camera on my ankle. I thought it would be cool to have that shot, but when I was actually pedaling, the shot looked ridiculous because the camera's like, it's actually stable, so it's software stabilized, so the horizon is locked. It's like amazingly stable, but the up and down motion related to the bicycle just looked kind of unacceptable. So I used that angle when I was coasting. This section of trail right here is a downhill grade. It's a slight downhill grade. It's actually like the most fun section of the trail for me. We're going fast. We're not using any brakes to speak of. A little bit of pedaling goes a long ways with speed. Here we go, standing. Some of our first videos that we made with this double camera technique, we got criticized because we were using too much of these shots that point backwards and sideways. And this one, I edited it so there's more forward-facing shots with just a few of those detail shots pointed other directions. I've had some complaints that these first-person view videos might make you a little motion sick. I put a lot of effort into stabilizing them, smoothing them out, so it's a good overall feeling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. How are you guys doing? Anyone feel a little motion sick from the video? I see no hands up. Okay. He closes his eyes. That's not what I was looking for. He's joking, of course. He's joking. All right. He closes his eyes for the whole class. Okay, let's go double weight shoulder press. Left arm, or your weak arm for you lefties out there. I know some lefties in the room. Okay, get those weights balanced. Up to the rack position, get comfortable. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just switch hands and keep going. 9, 10. Okay, here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I like the hand on the hip. That looks good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That was a good job, ladies. Way to inspire me. So, I have this theory, okay, joining back into threshold, that when I'm doing that move, if I keep my shoulder in the rack position, like the kind of a boxer's defensive stance, that it looks cooler, like it looks tougher, but that's the only reason I do it. But I like this. It's like, yeah, I feel controlled and balanced. Guy over here is still doing curls in the back. Not enough for him. All right, here we go. Another sprint coming up in 10. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, standing. All right, guys, put it all out there. Okay, get comfortable. At 30 seconds to go, we're gonna grab another gear. We're gonna push all the way to the end. We're back onto Mary's loop. We're headed for the steep climb. Okay, reach down, add some resistance. Grab a little more, come on. Keep that speed. Chest up, hips forward. Gripping the bars. Driving down, pulling up on the handlebars. 15 seconds. You can do it. Come on, 10 seconds, get there. We're almost to the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. There we go. Cross the cattle guard. Oh, we got the most out of this one, didn't we? I got asthma. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Next time you're in Fruita, go check out Hot Tomato. My friends over there. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys did great. Yeah. All right. Until next time, I'm Eric Landis with Spintertainment. Spintertainment.com, YouTube. See you next time.